We actually learned on the technique of onomatopoeia, which is use the technique of sound to see how can we apply it for writing an essay. Okay, so week 3 we done a guided writing, and now we will back to our grammar drilling. All right, today we're gonna do our grammar drilling, but specifically it's on our present perfect and also our present continuous, and then we will do a lot of error corrections, and we call it a day. Okay, so I think we don't have to wait more. Just dive right into our week 4 syllabus. Please go to our page 17. All right, go to our page 17. Now, in page 17, before I dive right into explaining our grammar on present perfect and our present continuous, let's do a bit on our grammar of present perfect tense and also our past simple. There's a checkpoint here above. All right, and there's a total of 5 questions. You quickly scan through it and work on it, and later once you've done, raise your hand, and then we will discuss on this. Then we will dive right into our present perfect and present continuous lah. Okay, so that we can also quickly recap on what is the difference between present perfect, past simple, and also our present continuous, present perfect continuous. All right, so work on it first, and if there's anything, I'll let you know again. Once you've done, just raise your hand. Otherwise, you can just say done in the chat box. Done. Okay, cool. So could you unmute yourself and just quickly go through all the questions that you have? I mean, questions that we have, then let me know your answers as well. I can't hear you. I saw you unmuted, but there's no wave.
I have never eaten fast food at home.
Okay, moving on.
Joey went to the mall and bought a shirt.
Right.
I have visited my friend and ex-friend a few days ago.
Okay. Who's next one?
Lynn has traveled to many parts of Europe.
Has traveled. Okay. And the very last one.
The seafood restaurant just closed for the day.
All right. Most of it has already correct. Just the very last one has just closed for the day. It's not just closed. So this one is because when you have the day, right, within one day timing, okay, it is not really past. So we will still use the present perfect form, which is has or have plus participles to form the sentence structure. But other than that, you are all good for differentiating the present perfect and also your past simple. All right, now let's dive right into our grammar perfect on present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. Technically, both are present tense. One is you use the form of has or have plus participles, which is your verb 3. Okay, your verb 3. And then the next one is has and have also, depending on singular or plural. You have your been plus ing because it's continuous. We always go with ing. Okay, and both of these actually also mention about action that started in the past and continued to the present. It's just that, right? If you want to differentiate in a more detailed manner, for present perfect simple, you will have also a scenario where the action just ended. Right? I little bit after that, I'll give you some sentence that is like a sample sentence, and you'll see the difference between these two. All right. And also another one is like an action that started in the past and have the result in the present. Okay. I remember in the past classes, I did mention that, for example, I've done my homework. Okay. I have done, right? This is your present perfect simple form. So my mom allowed me to play games, for example. Okay, so because previously I've done my homework, now, okay, the result is that I am able to enjoy playing games. Okay, so that's the how can you structure a sentence with present perfect simple and also the time frame. Now we move on to the present continuous one. Because it's continuous, it is a process that is still ongoing. Action started in the past, now still belum done yet, still ongoing. All right. And because it's continuous, it is not something that is permanent. It's just temporary because it's just a process. All right. Still ongoing, but one day it will end, ma. After you end, you will use the present perfect simple instead. Right. And the very last one that isn't unusual. Okay. It's not very like extraordinary thing lah. So look at this part. Let's look at the example first, then only later I'll give you my conclusion for this both thing. So the kiddo has just finished his dinner. Has just means maybe he has started eating 2 hours ago, now only just finished. Just ended. All right, just ended. He has repaired my car. Maybe I already sent my car to the barbecue for 3 days. Now just finished repairing. All right, I have worked in TTC for 10 years. Right, I have been working since 10 years ago. Right, so now action started in the past, but still ongoing. When we use the present perfect continuous, the kiddo has been eating since his rise since an hour ago. Although we are talking about the same thing from the past until now, but this one ended, this one belum. And also, if you look at the sentence structure, the focus point will be different. So please write it down. For your present perfect simple, you will focus on result. Okay, result based. However, or result focus. Okay, but if you go with the ing one, present perfect continuous, your one is actually process focus. All right, process focus, result focus. So same thing. I want to talk about 2 hours ago sampai sekarang makan, right? But this one has just finished, just ended. This one has been eating an hour ago. You will know more about the process. You see, he has been repairing my car. Again, I sent to the Bangkok 3 days ago, but now still repairing. And I'm talking, I want to focus and emphasize on the process is very lengthy, all right, a lot. I have been working in TTC for 10 years, right? Also, I'm focusing on telling you that I have been working for 10 years. Okay, so although the information provided is similar, but the focus point is also very different. Okay, so quickly let's go to the checkpoint in the next page, in your next page, which is in your page 18. Again, 5 questions. Try to wrap it up within 3 minutes. And then later, again, you will need to unmute yourself and then give me your answers and let me just cross check with you before we dive right into the practice one below. All right, let's go. It's done. Just let me know, yeah, as usual. Done. Nice. Let's go. Right. Unmute yourself when you're ready.
Keep have played for 2 hours.
All right. The
This
kids.
kid has been playing since morning.
Very good.
I have been teaching this class for 1 hour.
Continue.
It has been taking 6 years to write this book.
It has
I,
been taking 6 years. Okay, okay.
I have been studying English for 2 months.
I have been studying. Okay, come. So let's look into these three. I have been teaching this class for 1 hour. So this one, all right, we are talking about this class, but now because class will end, right? Will end. I don't think we will be talking in a very processed manner. Instead, after my class, only I will give this comment like, I have taught this class for 1 hour. Sampai sekarang. So this one, present perfect, will be more appropriate. All right. It has been taking 6 years to write this book. Again, when we comment on the book, right, you have to write it out first, then you have to publish it, then you comment, right? So it's a very it's an action that already finished. All right, just finished. So it has taken will be more appropriate instead. Okay, it has taken 6 years to write this book. And the very last one, I studied English for 2 months. This one, again, you are trying to give a summary for it. All right, I've studied instead of I have been studying. Unless, all right, unless the sentence context is like, I have been studying English for 2 months, but my academic performance is still not improving yet. Still, if it's like still all that, then it's not complete, then we know. All right. But for this one, because there's no further context, like for 2 months, sometimes when you look at these words, it also bring you the manner of like total of 2 months. So when we talk about total of from the past until now, we try to use perfect, present perfect. Okay. So for the E, instead of have been studying, we will go with has studied. It's okay. But I think you are pretty much there already. You just have to really like understand the how does it really work lah, all right? What is the tonality behind and which one should you use? So let's go into our practice one. Right, practice one. I'll demonstrate and do 5 with you. And then later on, the remaining 5, you'll do it yourself so that it can expedite our process because I would really want to go through. If can, I will cover the error correction in the class as well. Otherwise, you will have some homework. Okay, so let's go with our practice one. Question number 1. Have you always garlic? Okay, when we talk about always, it is constantly means that it's not a temporary one. When it's not temporary, it's not a process, it's not continuous, we go with present perfect tense. Okay, have you always hated garlic? Have you always hated garlic? Question number 2. Thanks for the recipe book with 2 different recipes so far. All right. Again, you're talking about so far. So it means you're trying to summarize. All right. Maybe there's like 100 recipe inside, but now I've tried 2. So you can talk about we have tried 2 different recipes from the past until now. Just tried. Okay. Moving on, question number 3. I'm worried about Sam. She's too hard recently. All right. You are again looking at her working very hard. All right. So you can say that she's been working too hard recently. All right. She's been working too hard. Right. Moving on, question number 4. I have to call the internet company all morning, but I can't get through. This one, you try, but belum complete yet. So I've been trying to call, but I can't get through. And the very last for demonstration, she's 3 main ways our company can reduce costs. This one, this is a way, right? So you have to find it. So after you found means case closed. So it's completed. She has found 3 main ways our company can reduce cost. Okay, found. Right. So far so good. If there's any question, just feel free to let me know. Sometimes I might go in a very fast pace. You just have to let me know when should I stop. All right. Yeah, if there's no further questions, go to your go to your question number 6 till question number 10. Once you've done, let me know. And you don't have to open your mic, you just have to type out your alphabets, right? The answer that you have chosen. Then I'll discuss, bring you through, then we will move on. Okay. Don't forget, sorry, I thought it's just 10 questions, but in the next page, right page, is it 19? There's also 11 till 13. So do all the multiple choice question first. Ooh. All right. Let me know once you're done. Just type out your alphabets. Let me just check it out for you. Dun, 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 dun. Are you nervous? Are you pretty confident? Let me see. Mhm. All right, that's right, that's wrong one. Let's discuss on all of it. First thing first, right? Question number 6 is actually not B, but instead it's your A. All right, why? He's for the party for weeks. Okay, you are actually emphasizing on the week, the time, the process, right? Your process focus. So he's been preparing for the party for weeks. Right. So sometimes it's very hard to identify. Teacher, I thought 4 is total, yeah. But you have to see whether is it focus on result or focus on the process. All right, let's try another one. You've got all the white dots over you. What have you? This one is what have you done? You are focusing on the result behind it. Okay, job. What have you, no, sorry, been doing? All right, what have you been doing? And the process, and it caused all the dust on you. All right, so process again. Next one, have your parents, all right, yet, all right, this one is arrived yet. Have your parents arrived yet? The result, he's waiting for Amy. He arrived 40 minutes ago. So 40 minutes ago, still waiting for Amy. You can say he's been waiting for 40 minutes. All right, so question number 9 is A. All right. Moving on, question number 10. Sophie is planning to buy souvenirs. It's on her list of things to do. So planning to buy means belum bayar lah. Okay. So Sophie hasn't bought souvenirs yet. Cool. Moving on, question number 11. Sophie wanted to visit the Burj Al Arab hotel. She went there 2 days ago. So this one wanted to visit and went. So Sophie has already been to the Burj Al Arab hotel. I don't know what hot octopus tastes like, means never tried it before. So all these to correct. And the very last one, right? This is not. Okay. This is not A, but instead you see, Ollie took his cake out of the oven a moment ago. Means that you already made the cake lah. Okay? Ollie has just made the cake from oven lah, freshly baked from the oven. Alright. So far so good. Any questions? Okay, still a bit confusing on whether is it result and process, right? Okay. Cool, no problem. Then let's move on to the practice 2. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, or if you have any feedback or comments, let me know. Okay, so let's go to your practice 2. This is not for you to fill in this, but instead there will be different form. This is our base form, right? So depending on the context of the sentence, you have to identify whether you should use this verb, all right, in a present perfect simple manner, present perfect continuous, or past simple. Okay, so there is a total of 12 questions. 12 questions. I think I'll just give you 10 minutes. But of course, if you do it, you have did it earlier, just raise your hand or just type a done there. All right. Let me know. If you have any vocabulary that you would like to ask further as well, just let me know. So these are all pretty basic. However, the present perfect wise is pretty confusing, I would say confusing. I'll mute myself first. So now it's 3:48. I think just now I did mention about 10 minutes. Perhaps, but I already forgot to count the timer. So perhaps by 3:50, I'll do a progression check once more. Okay, 3:50, do a progression check. If below that, I'll stretch a bit more. Then only we see how can we discuss further. All right. Okay, progression checked. So far, so good. How many questions do you left? Finished? Nice. All right. So let's discuss. I think I'll just give you the answer directly, and then you let me know if there's any particular one that you have wrong. Then we will look into and analyze the question accordingly. Shall we? So for the very first one, Raphael, this one is when. Went. Sandra has lent. Okay. The policeman drove. Next one, the biscuits factory closed. Right? She's very red. I think this one has two questions. You can either say has late or has been lying. Which one have you used? Right? Question number 6. Ron, this one is has just passed. Okay. Karen has been studying. Right? The headmaster came. Jack has been trying. The teacher, right, has already told. And the very next one, team has not taken. Oh no, I have left. Okay. As for this page, which one in particular you did not get it correctly? And also question number 5, which one have you listed? Has laid or like has been lying? Has been lying. Okay. Then is there any particular one that you have got it wrongly? Got it wrong, I mean. From question number 1 till question number 12. Is there any one that you did not get it correctly? One, two, three, 6, 12. Okay, let's look into it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 4. Okay, so first thing first. Raphael, go shopping for me yesterday. The keyword here is yesterday. Because it's yesterday already, it's already completed. It's after 1 day. So your time frame is past 1 day. You should go with the completed action, your went, past simple tense. Okay, it's not even like present perfect. It's because present perfect is like action from the past continue until now. But go shopping yesterday, that one really ended. All right, so that one's memang past simple. Moving on, Sandra has lent her brother 200 ringgit so far. Okay, because it's like from the past until now, the total money that has been lent to Sandra's brother is 200 ringgit. So now what you are focusing is actually the result. All right, the result of like the 200 ringgit. Sorry, not ringgit. Okay, not the $200. So has lent. All right, has lent. Moving on, question number 3. All right, the policeman drove away 10 minutes ago. I know this one haven't passed 1 day. However, now we are talking about away, right? So you drove away. So drove away is memang a completed action. So past tense. Okay. Moving on, question number 6. Ron has just passed his driving test. There's no particular time frame provided. But when we are thinking about it, like when you want to comment on this, okay, Ron just passed his driving test, right? Has just passed. From the past until now, he keep on trying, or he keep on maybe trying to test do the driving test, right? Or the practices, then finally he passed. Hence, it's from the past until now, the completed action just passed. Okay. You don't have the next steps that you have to pick. So you are not able to use the ing. You can't use past tense also because we are talking about from the past until now. He has been maybe trying to focus, trying to do a lot of things for the driving test, and he finally got past it. So has just passed. Okay, moving on. Question number 12. Oh no, I have left my purse at home. This one is you just realized, all right? You just realized. So I have left. Okay. From the past until now, you just realized, right? You left your purse at home. So this is why it's like so lah. Okay, so far so good. Right, I'll count down in 5 seconds. If there's no question, let's move on to the next page, yeah? So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, where is my remaining questions? Oh, tak ada lagi. Okay, so now, this one, actually, I accidentally provided you the answers, but it's also not accident because for these questions, okay, perhaps you can go through it as usual, try to work on it first and you cross-check the answer here, okay? If you don't understand why the answer is like so, you let me know, that's one. Secondly, I want you to reverse, okay, back mechanics a bit. From the previous notes, I actually provided you all the error correction notes, right? There's a set of things that is something that you have to what I say that's something that you can read when I have compiled a lot of the different grammar knowledge, right? So for error corrections, technically you will need to only look at the same category because if it's not this, then it will be that, right? It's always the same category. Takkan today I am working on tenses, then suddenly you give me things like verbs or article. So it's not possible like so. Hence, when you work on correcting the errors, it's always the same category, then you change tuka. Okay, so now back mechanics a bit. For all these, what are they from? All right, what are they from? Okay, so you work on it as usual first, cross-check your answers, then you let me know if there are any questions. Then after that, you work on the categorizing it. For example, right, if you don't understand, for example, and here is actually your conjunctions. I want the category conjunction. Okay, conjunctions. So what are the others? Then we discuss again. We also just recap on this grammar knowledge as well together. All right, so let me give you like 10 minutes on this. Now it's 3:59, right? So by 4:10, we will be discussing on this. Okay, 3:59, 4:10. Okay, but if you have seen any vocabulary you would like to understand better, feel free to let me know. Or once you've done, just let me know, then we can see how can we adjust the time accordingly as well. Cool. Right. By the way, Kasha, I just realized because the Zoom just actually hinted me. So all this while when I open timer, the clock, the timing that you see, that you saw is always the violet, is it? And also, what can you see in my logo part? Or is it that here? Because now I turned off the mirroring already. I just want to know whether the clock now seems normal. Are you able to read the numbers? all normal. Even the TTC education also can read lah. It's not like terbalik, the words terbalik. Okay, so all this while I've been giving you all to see the timer that is like terbalik one. I see. Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't catch you first. You work on it first. Meanwhile, you have 8 minutes plus more. If there's anything, just feel free to let me know. Session check. We have 4 minute plus, 4 minute plus. So far, so good. Yeah, silence means consent. I'll be waiting for your answers and also the labeling of the different categories. All right. Right, 1 minute plus plus. Okay, countdown in 3 seconds. Let's go. All right, have you done labeling all the categories? Or first thing first, do you have any different answers from the answers provided at the slide? Sure. Question number 6. Okay, let me look into it now. So first thing first, question number 6. This one. So what have you put in? Your answer is have. Okay. Before this, we have to recap on the error correction technique. You have to first look into the first 3 sentences, right? First 3 sentences and see what are the tenses. Okay. Is it a present tense passage? Is it a past tense passage? Is it a mixed tenses passage, depending on different role, maybe have different things, but you have to know the things first up. So if you look into the first 3 questions here, first 3 sentences here, yesterday we celebrated my sister's 16th birthday. We decided to give her a surprise party. My family or I started preparing a month before the party. So the first thing first here is yesterday. If it's yesterday, meaning that we are using our past tense, right? Past tense. So definitely your question number 6 will not be have. Okay, it should be past tense, have past tense, had. Hence, this is why the answer is had instead of have. All right, yeah. So just a recap. First 3 sentences, check whether is it a present tense, past tense, or mixed tenses first. Then we have to look into the second thing is to look into the pronouns. All right, like things like this, because it's the most common word. You see, we catered and then invited all them relatives. So this is all related to pronoun. If it's a we, your pronoun should be our, right? So this is usually how you identify the grammar error according to the sequence first. These 2 will be the most important one, then the others come later. Okay, you also need to look into the verbs like modal verb, be verb, that's all. All right, but moving forward, I will discuss it in a more detailed manner. For now, I want to quickly dive into our labeling later as well. Okay, so other than question number 6, is there anything else that is very different from the answer that you would like to check and see what's going on? Why is it like so? No, okay. Then the second question that I have for you, have you done labeling all the different categories for the different words that we have here? Or do you need SOS? Like, teacher, I really don't know. I know what to put because it's like, I think this is better, but I'm not quite sure what's the category. If you need SOS, just let me know. All right, let me know. Otherwise, I'll wait for your answers. Okay? So you done? You belum? Sudah belum? Sudah belum? All right. Silence means belum, I assume. Then I'll give you like 3 more minutes. Try to wrap this portion up. After 3 minutes, if you still belum done or you are really not sure how can you do this portion, then you let me know. Just let me know, or you want to discuss it now also can. So I just want to quickly go through the different categories so at least you know all these are from where. Then moving forward, you will be more intentional when you study grammar knowledge. Then you know how do you change things within the category. It can really help you to scope down the error, all right, to make it more precise. Okay, I'll give you 3 more minutes. So 3 more minutes starting from now. If you do not require that 3 minutes, let me know. We can discuss now. All right. You don't understand. So shall we discuss now? It's all your grammar label. Okay, pause. So conjunctions is when we have fanboys. Do you remember fanboys? Have you learned fanboys before? So fanboys is our conjunctions, okay? And sorry, we have a boy. S. So for and nor yet sorry. For and nor fanboy or yet so fanboys. These are all conjunctions, okay? It's our book, all right? It's our book. That one is subcoordinating conjunction. So that's the family name for all these different grammar knowledge. Okay. So now let's look into the different one. Ours, this is part of your pronoun. Are you we, they, he, she, it? Right? Me, mine, myself, all that. This is your pronouns. Okay, 代词有kata ganti. Moving on, took. All right. Present tense, take is actually an action. When it's action, it's your verb, right? It's your verb. So this is your verb. The actually comes with a and an. A and the. All right. This is part of your article. You might feel a bit confusing, teacher. I don't know why, and I don't know why I need to study on this. All right, will this come out in exam? I would say they won't come out in this kind of manner, but it's good for you to understand where is it from, so you know what are the options that you need to look into when you want to replace with the correct one. Okay, moving on now. When, who, when, where, why. All right, all this is actually your conjunctions as well. All right, conjunctions. Then we have had, all right? I have. Have is an action, so verb. All right, mine, again, me, mine, myself, all that is your pronouns. Right? Out, inside, outside, up, down, left, right is to give you direction. And when you are giving direction, the word for this is called preposition. Prepositions, if someone wants to really memorize it. Positions, give you direction, all right? Prepositions. Okay, so these are the different categories. Of course, this is not all what we have in our English language, right? But most of the time, this is the most common one will be applied into the error correction passage, and you will need to check based on the different category and see how can you replace to the accurate one. All right, Hannah, so far so good. Any other questions? Or you still don't understand, you're still confused? Okay. Still don't understand. All right. Cool. Do you have the previous month's note? Or you just wait for me for a while? Let me just quickly pull it out to discuss, to explain to you if I'm able to see it. Mhm. Okay. Let me just quickly flash this to you. This is my Form 1 student's note. Okay, Form 1 student's note. Previously, I also include this in your error corrections one. It's okay. Let me just quickly show it to you. Okay. But moving forward, when we learn on our grammar knowledge, I will also teach you and all right. I sometimes will teach all of this basic one to you all. Okay, so you can see pronoun. There's a lot of different kind of pronoun, which related to what we have just now. You see ours, right? We, where's my we? Here. Okay, all these are under the family name of pronoun. This is a type of grammar knowledge. Okay, we have adjective, mine, your, his, her, it's, our, their. All right, we have our preposition. Just now the out is in here. Okay, where's my out? Okay, it's not included. Yeah, but it's actually here. In, on, at, into, onto, left, right, all right, up, down. All this is actually a preposition to give direction. Okay, our conjunctions. For and nor but or yet so, right? Our articles and determiners. Articles is called a and the. So all this is actually part of your grammar knowledge. Just now, I did not show it to you is because it's very hard for me to just bring you through like so. This has been learned since you are very young, right? It's all the grammar knowledge. Okay. But sometimes in my error correction practice, I will do compile some of it here for you to really memorize it. So taking an example of this, yeah, okay. Fishing is my hobby, all right. Because many friends, all right, because many friends say that it is boring, right? Fishing is my hobby because many friends say that it is boring. But I mentioned that because it's not the correct one, okay? So in the conjunctions family, right? Conjunctions family, we have all these and we also have the others one. So if it's not because, all right, if it's not because, which one will be the most suitable one? See, although, which is under the same category. So the benefits of having to understand where does the grammar come from, right? Come from which family? You will only if able to scope down your confusion because you only have to look into that particular category. All right, you don't have to think about the other sub things like pronoun, prepositions, because they will only ask you to replace with the same category one. It will definitely won't run far one. Okay. So don't worry, in the future, I will try to include this into our note, but you have to be intentional to understand, okay? It's from conjunctions and what are the other options of conjunctions. Then you can see which one is the most appropriate one to get the correct answers for that particular error correction. With this kind of explanation, will you able to understand better? So far so good? Or is that teacher very confusing still? You know what? Don't confuse, don't confuse. For now, you just have to quickly go to your um page 21 and to page 23. All right. So this one will be your homework, okay? Because times has come to the end. So homework, all right, page 21 to 23. Once you have done, send it to me and I can help you to cross-check again once more on your grammar accuracy and see what's your level and see how can I help you to improve it further lah. Okay, is that better? Any other questions? Okay, don't worry, don't worry. You are just Form 3, we can still build the basics. But moving forward, if you see that in my error correction part, or sometimes when we learn on grammar knowledges, I'll give you some notes, right? Like my grammar, the present perfect or present simple tense, all that, right? So all that is actually part and parcels of the grammar knowledge. So you have to really understand why do I put that into your notes now. It's important for your exam. Okay. All right, cool. So if there's no further questions, that's all for today. Thank you for your time. Have a good rest, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Bye.